Have you ever wondered how people manage to eat well on a tight budget? It's a lot tougher than it sounds, and many end up feeling deprived or overwhelmed by choices. So join me as I show you how to survive on food stamps for 30 days. If you receive food stamps, you're probably thinking this is clickbait. However, over the last couple of months, I've found different ways to not only survive for 30 days with only food stamps, but to even have a little bit left over at the end of each month. What started this whole quest is I'm a traveler. I've been chronically homeless for the last 25 years. I've been on the road for the last 2 years. I'm very nomadic. I like to travel. And when you travel, it's very hard to be able to find places that take food stamps, especially when you're doing trails and you're not going through large towns. The larger towns, there's usually at least one or two places, or at least most of the gas stations will accept food stamps. But how do you do a resupply for 3 to 5 days at a gas station? You're not really getting much. You're spending a lot on your food stamps. Your food stamps don't last you. One of the big problems that I was facing in my travels is that it would cost me about $45 to $50 to buy about 3 to 4, maybe at most 5 days worth of food at Dollar General. And I went in there, I went as cheap as I possibly could. I made sure to be able to stretch it as much as possible. Plus, satisfy a little bit of my hiker hunger, because, as you go along, sometimes you don't eat or you eat a little too much. And so therefore, you kind of have to ration yourself out the last day or two just getting into town. And then a lot of these towns, they don't accept food stamps, especially at the smaller towns, but the larger towns, they definitely do. And so if you don't have cash on hand, how are you going to survive till the next place that you can resupply? And when you're out here in this lifestyle, relying on your food stamps is extremely important. Even though you do get cash from time to time, that cash is used for other things that you need along the way, or to be able to, just make sure that you're able to survive. So such for me, I need dog food, or I need this, or I need that, I need little things here and there. And so whether it be new gear or whether it be new clothes or new things. And so cash and food stamps kind of got to be compartmentalized. And so what I started doing as a way to be able to figure out how to be able to save money, or at least make my food stamps stretch, because I got tired that by the middle of the month, all my food stamps were gone. And if it wasn't for in-kind donations or people just kicking me down, trail magic as I was on trail, I would have struggled to survive. And I did struggle to survive the first year or so that I was doing it. As things have gotten better for me here with this channel, it's not as much of a struggle, but still, for an individual that is relying solely on food stamps, it is an extreme struggle if you keep going into places like Dollar Generals and gas stations. So what I started doing, and I found this out by accident, is I was searching through Amazon, and I was seeing little things that says SNAP EBT eligible. And so therefore I added my food stamp card to my Amazon account, and I started searching, and I started looking for like freeze-dried food. Because when you're traveling, weight is important. And so, having canned goods and trash and a lot of wrappers and stuff like that can be a real pain in the butt. But I did find that they do have like freeze-dried food. So at first I started off with potato soup. This last month, I got cream and mushroom soup. I get powdered milk. I get my breakfast mix. I get my rice. I get my gravies. I get everything I need. Anything that I could get at a grocery store, I can get directly from Amazon. And so instead of having to go through a small town and then, the price gouging that they do, where there's like a 20 or 30% markup because they're the only grocery store in 50 miles, so they have the ability to do that. Well, I can save money. And not only that, just like when you go to Costco and you buy in bulk. Well, being homeless, you don't have the ability to get a Costco membership. But being able to buy off of Amazon, so I'm buying like a number 10 can of soup. That's 30 days worth of soup. That's my dinners, okay? For breakfast, I get like a 30 pack of Carnation breakfast mix. Or what I'm doing this month is I'm getting a number 10 can, which is 30 meals worth of bacon and eggs. And so I'll be able to have bacon and eggs and coffee with my breakfast in the morning. And I might even think about, maybe even when I go into town, maybe get a little bit of bread or something along those lines, to be able to have toast with it and just really have a nice breakfast in the mornings. And so now, not only am I eating better, I'm getting better quality food, I'm actually looking forward to eating. And, what really changed it for me was not only being able to get the freeze-dried stuff, but I really wasn't I'm a big fan of the potato soup. But when I got the chicken Alfredo, man, that was good. It even came with the freeze-dried chicken in it. It was really, really good. And I'm like, man, I can definitely do this. But one thing that I want to do, that I want to recommend to you, if you are planning on doing something like this, is you need to be able to have a variation in your diet. So at least have 2 or 3 different dinners that you can rotate between lunch and dinner and things like that. Now you will come across cash. You might stop off and have a burger and stuff like this. But this will get you from place to place. And instead of worrying about getting into a place that has a store, all you have to do is worry about getting into a place that has a post office, because you can have it sent directly to general delivery along the road wherever you're at. So therefore, you don't even have to worry about it, and you're not even spending much time in town, especially if you don't want to spend a lot of time in town, because you go in, you go to the post office, you pick your stuff up, you repackage it, you load it in your bag. You might grab yourself a treat and then walk out of town and just keep on going. And so as things get crazier, in our society, as society breaks down, as we slowly descend into SHTF, and the world goes upside down, you're going to want less and less contact with cities. So not only does Amazon allow you the ability to stretch your food stamps, you can buy freeze-dried foods using your SNAP and EBT, and not only that, you can have it shipped directly to you. And as long as your order is over $35, the shipping is free. So unless you have like an Amazon Prime or something like that, this will definitely play into it. So not only do you not have to worry about going to a store, but then you don't have to worry about shipping as long as you keep it over $35 every time you do an order. This month right now, because my food stamps come in on Tuesday, I'm already pre-slated. So my food stamps is $200. I'm already pre-slated to spend $130 on a month's worth of food for me to be able to sit back and eat. Now, I do presume that I may need to get like one more dinner can later on in the month, but I do have the ability to do that, especially considering I'm buying off of Amazon, and I have. It gives me less opportunity for waste, like going in there and buying me a $7 sandwich because, it's quick, it's easy, I'm in town, stuff like that. Being able to have it, get in, get out, it also allows you to, not be tempted by, the delicacies of society. So I hope this helped you out, guys. You guys know how to help the channel. Everything's down in the description. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to share this video, and I will see you in the next one.